Hello, I am Xavier or Xavier. I haven't done a commentary in a long time, but I wanted to talk about the Black Ops 4 beta and just Black Ops 4 in general and give some of my thoughts and opinions on it because, yeah, I'm kind of in the mood for that. So I've been playing the Xbox build, which was released on Friday, and I've been playing since Friday afternoon till around an hour ago, which is 7 a.m. on Monday. So, yeah, I have a few hours, to say the least. So I'm just going to be listing off some new additions that I noticed personally, some of my thoughts and opinions, and just how I feel about the game in general, and how I feel it's going to be when it comes out in less than 2 months. So yeah, when I first played, I was a little disappointed. It felt a lot like BO3, just without Exos. It didn't feel all that new, and the various videos YouTubers made about it kinda left a bad taste in my mouth. A few hours in, on my own, I can tell you that it's a whole new experience that I personally couldn't put down. It's so fast paced, and filled to the brim with new strategies and options of encountering your enemies. In the beta so far, you only have about 5 choices for equipment, which is like frags and combat axes and stuff. But you can also switch those out with specialist specific equipment, such as 9-Bang from Ghosts, broken ass reactor core, useful in heist assault pack, fun to use but almost a little broken shock mine, my favorite grapple gun, and way too much health razor wire. My favorite addition to these pieces of equipment is the grappling hook by far. It locks onto nearby objects, and when you shoot it you zoom right towards the object you just shot at. You know, kinda like a grappling hook. But there's so many things you can do with it, and there's so many different ways you can just get the jump on your opponent. You can cancel the shot mid-air so you can get the drop on your opponent super fast, and you can shoot it while you zip to get some extra damage in. When you land these kind of combo things, it feels really satisfying. You know, kind of like how you would in like a Smash game or like a Street Fighter. I'm just bad at explaining, but trust me, the grappling hook is very fun to use and it's so good. The new health regen system is a very welcome addition, and I'm glad that Treyarch went out of their way to put a new mechanic in a game that has been based off of the same mechanics for over 10 years. It shows how dedicated of a dev team they have. Another new thing that they added was the mode Heist, which is one of the most fun and refreshing modes I've played in a long time. On the surface, it looks sorta like a CS clone, but a few hours deep into it, you can feel the ambition that Treyarch thrusted onto this mode. While the UI still feels a little bare bones, and kinda like a modded game mode, it's a very streamlined experience so that the user doesn't feel too overwhelmed. There are so many different ways you can approach a situation. I can really feel myself pouring hours into this mode when the full game releases. Now that we're talking about user interfaces, the HUD is a bit of a cluster. The ammo stuff is way too small, scoreboard is definitely way too small, and score streaks are so small to the point that I forget that I have them. On a few occasions, there were some loading problems, like we couldn't pick our classes or specialists, we were just kind of thrown into the game. You don't spawn in various locations on your side like you normally would in any other COD. You kind of just spawn in the exact same location during the entire match, unless the spawns flip or someone uses Seraph's deployable spawn, which is a very rare occasion. So it gets kind of repetitive after a while. If you have Cold-Blooded on, your gamertag still shows up, so ninja defusing isn't really a possibility. So that's a huge bummer. So please, if anybody at Treyarch is watching, please remove the gamertag with Cold-Blooded when the game comes out. That will put more hours on my playtime for this game. Shotguns definitely need a buff. Even at point blank, they aren't a one hit, and they're so painfully slow to pump. Snipers are ridiculously fast, and ridiculously easy to use. You just press LT and RT and you have a easy as kill. They're so annoying to deal with. If you do high enough damage and get an assist, it counts as an EKIA, which is kind of what they're going for this game. So KD is pretty inflated, so it makes you feel like you got more kills than you actually did, which is pretty nice considering how bad I am. It almost feels as if you need to lead your shots at points. There were some times when my cursor was right on my enemy, but it just wasn't registering the hits. When I aimed a little ahead at the other person, it hit perfectly. So I'm not sure if the hit detection is messed up, or they added a new feature. There are points where time to kill is either super fast or super slow, It seems very inconsistent sometimes. When it's fast, it seems like normal old COD, but when it's slow, it's like what Treyarch intended, for it to be a little more tactical. But there's always that chance to turn things around, sort of like in Halo, but not as extreme. Looking back at my notes, I seem very complainy, but I realize I'm just doing my job, which isn't really my job. I'm looking at the beta and I'm critiquing it. I'm pointing out what I see wrong with it and what they can improve on. Although I may seem very critical, I can guarantee you this is the most fun I've had with a COD game in years. I grinded the absolute hell out of this because it was so much fun. I just couldn't put it down. I only put it down to record this video and to go play Destiny with my friends. This game is so much fun, and I can see myself pouring so many hours into it when it comes out. Based on the multiplayer alone, we haven't even seen all that much gameplay on Blackout, and I'm hyped for that too. I'm hyped for zombies. I'm just really hyped for this game. I've never been this hyped for a Call of Duty game in my life, and I've been playing since Modern Warfare. People want to hate on this game so much. From people calling it Black Ops 3.5 to saying it's not worth 60, which we can get into that debate later. But just look into Call of Duty's Instagram comments and it's the funniest thing. You see so many dumbass kids just thinking that their opinion is fact, and it's so funny. It's so funny and so gross seeing how people just want to see something fucking fall apart. Well, anyways, I really love this beta, and I can't wait for the Blackout beta next month, and I can't wait for the full release in 2 months. Well, yeah, I have about 30 minutes left to play because the beta ends in about 30 minutes, so I'm gonna grind that out as much as I can. So yeah, thanks for listening to me ramble about a game you probably don't give a big fat shit about. If you want to see something else, leave a comment. I might get to it. But yeah, our life on this earth is short. Tell the person right next to you that you love them. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Goodbye. See you in the next one.
Operation complete. Nice work.